Hey, Magic Man here, and today I'm actually going to be starting a series of Let's Plays in Stellaris Utopia. And yeah, anyways, let's get this thing started. Finally bringing this content after I said it might come. I don't know how long ago. I finally got the time to do it. And if you want to check out the species that I'm playing, just go ahead and pause the video. All the traits and ethics are up on the screen right now. But essentially, I do have wormhole tech is my starting FTL. What do I want here? I think I'm going to go for solar panel network first. I'm going to go with growth time. That'll be a huge bonus right off the bat. And then, do I want to go with spaceport? How long is that? 75, 45 months. So I think I'm going to go with powered exoskeletons just because I don't want it to take 75 months to get my first technology done there. And this is one of the new features in Utopia, is this traditions tree and then the ascension perks. Now, I'm probably gonna pick up the galactic wonders, and I have to get the void born to get it, but I also have to get master builders, I think, as well. No, it just requires mega engineering. That's all it requires. Interesting. But I'll probably get master builders just so all that stuff is that much cheaper. I do plan on using those particular I don't know what to call them, advantages, I guess, because this is a 600 star galaxy and I have 15 empires in it, so there's a lot of empires, plus the 2 fallen empires. So yeah, it's not going to be a whole lot of room to expand. And then I'll probably also pick up the flesh is weak. I feel like this is really strong. I don't feel like the synthetic evolution is really that great because then you have to build all your population, but the flesh is weak, turning all my citizens into cyborgs. That is definitely something that I am interested in because it does give quite a few perks without really any drawbacks. There are a couple of negative diplomatic repercussions that I have noticed, but it's not huge. And I actually started right in the center of the galaxy on the edge, so looks like my only way to expand is going to be sort of out in a circle, or a semi or half circle. Let's go ahead and split this fleet up and get moving on exploring things here. I do have time moving fairly slowly. Actually, since I'm using wormhole tech, I don't need to send a whole bunch of ships out. Probably just 2. And let's queue up a couple more there. What is that, 6 orders? Yeah. Go here. Try and go all over the place here. Let's just go crazy with it. And because of my government ethics, anybody who works food or minerals is going to be a slave. And they do generate 7.5 unrest, which I think armies can take care of unrest now. So yeah, so unhappy slaves, 30. Then I have my bonuses for my ethics, and on top of that, we've got armies. So yeah, armies do reduce unrest now, so there is a reason to have them around, although I don't need any more on my homeworld. At least not at this particular moment. And that is a size 18, so not the smallest homeworld I can get, but not the biggest either. I think 19 is as big as it gets. So let's go ahead and speed time up here. Wow, I've already got... And we've actually come across our first aliens. Ah, crap. Well, that's not good. And That's why I typically only send out 2 of my ships. So I have pirates right next door to me. Great. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with a mineral construction station and then go to a energy. But that's great that I have 4 energy in my starting home system. What was this? Ah, crap. I didn't get a look at it. Anywho, guess we have to use our other strike ship now. And we just found some more aliens. Which ones are these? These look like the space whales. Yeah, they are. Yeah, so those guys are going to be unaggressive. Or non-aggressive. Or neutral, however you want to call it. My jump range is fairly limited right now, though. I think I'm going to have to work on that. It really sucks that, you know, being this close to the center of the galaxy, I wish it would model it more like sort of how it pans out in real life. The stars get denser the closer you get to the galactic core. But this is a game, so I suppose this works perfectly fine. And man, this really sucks. Man, I don't even know what to say about this because I haven't found a single system with any ocean worlds in them. This is ridiculous. Where are all the planets at? You know, usually you have some that spawn right next to you, so you have somewhere to expand to, but that doesn't appear to be the case for me. I actually do not have any worlds that I've found that are habitable for my species yet, other than this continental world, which I'm not a huge fan of settling on those low happiness worlds because you just get less productive citizens. And I guess I am also going to be terraforming in this particular playthrough, seeing as how I'm going to be able to control 5, probably 7 systems with the tradition that I'm going to be picking up. So I should be able to min-max my planets fairly well. Most of the time, I'll typically pick a planet to do society research, another one to do physics, another one to do engineering, and so on and so forth. I probably should have researched that. That's all good. Okay, so now our science ship needs something else to do. And, whoa, that is a lot of fleet power. What is this? Okay, these are like some more pirates. Great. And, okay, so, I mean, I have found 1 ocean world so far. Oh, and there's another one right there. Okay, so there are at least 2 worlds close to me that I'm going to be able to colonize. I'll definitely colonize this size 24 planet first, but first couple of planets I usually colonize, like these 2, they're going to be sort of what you would call a balanced planet. I suppose it's going to be pretty balanced as far as production of these certain types of resources go. And I suppose I should go ahead and survey this system and this system and this system just to make sure I get what I want out of them. Go ahead and okay, so usually I don't get this lucky. I usually end up with a bunch of minerals in my home system and no energy to power said stations, but in this particular case I actually got the energy I need to power these stations that I'm going to be expanding out and building. So I think at this point, and that's actually a pretty good system because the way the new, I guess, control system works as far as how many planets you can directly control is determined by actually systems. So if you colonize a system that has 3 planets in it, and then you terraform 2 of them, you're still only going to be directly controlling just that system. So those planets are not going to add up to your directly controlled limit, which is how it used to be. But in Utopia, you now control systems instead of individual planets. So that's actually a change that I like, because there would be oftentimes that you'd end up with a really good planet and a really crappy planet in a system, and you wouldn't be able to unload that planet into a sector, at least a crappy one, because it was in the same system. But now with this thing now with the new control system not counting towards your actual control limit, just the system is, it's a much better system in my opinion. Okay, so we got both of our strike fleets back at home. Let's take a look at the surface, see what's going on here. Have any more pops popped up? No, they have not. It looks like I've only halfway grown a new one. And I'm not sure. I think I actually, because of how much extra power I have, I'm gonna build that there. I'd like to get as much unity going as quickly as I possibly can. Okay, so we got an extra construction ship. I don't know what I was thinking here. Shouldn't say extra, it's just my construction ship isn't doing anything. Let's move him over here. If I'd have been thinking when I sent my science ship out, I would have already surveyed this system, because it's the only one that's actually in my sphere of influence at the moment, which really makes it hard for me to expand. I would have liked at least one more star in my sphere, but it looks like I'm not that lucky. And they've also changed how food works now. It's actually a resource that's up here instead of just a per planet basis sort of deal. So food, you know, you can actually grow it all on one planet for your entire empire now. The drawback to that, of course, is if that planet gets blockaded and then invaded, you no longer have any food whatsoever to any of your empire. And unfortunately for me, that actually happened in one game. Pretty sad, I know. I think I'm actually going to go with Discovery. I really like Discovery. I feel like it's a pretty powerful early game tradition just because of this particular I guess you could call it a skill or tradition right here, because this is going to apply the entirety of the game. While it's going to be a small bonus in these early stages, as you get into the later game where you get 200, 300 monthly science income, it's going to be a huge bonus. You know, you'll be getting like 100 of that particular science every time you survey a planet, which the First League, we have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization. Okay, so this is a precursor event. Called themselves the First League, and this is actually the first time I've seen this one. I usually get CyberX, or there's 2 other ones that I've gotten before. I've never actually got this one. A partial map found among the artifacts indicate the First League may have covered a significant portion of the galaxy before its eventual collapse. Interesting. So this sounds like a sort of like a federation of aliens, I think is what that one is supposed to be. Not quite sure. Okay, so we actually got some more minerals here, which is crap. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should definitely... I'm making 8 energy. I should probably definitely be saving for a colony ship, because I desperately need one, actually, considering my lack of close stars as far as you know, minerals and energy is going to go for stations. Okay, science ship is actually done. Let's go survey this system, because I'm probably going to expand into this system first, because it looks like my influence will probably gobble up that star, and it'll probably push out far enough where I can get this one as well. Who knows? Then we'll see where it goes from there. At some point, I am going to have to construct another a wormhole generator. And is that really all that's in this system? Is just 4 minerals? Oh, that's pretty sad. So I suppose that's par for the course, though. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, that pop is actually almost done growing. Almost. I've got pretty decent food production. 20%. That seems a little... I fail too many of those when they say 20%. Unless that percentage is green, I usually won't do it. What kind of negative modifier does this have? Asteroid impacts. Okay. So I'll be getting a little bit of extra... Ooh, and it has alien pets, which is great, because it lets you build a alien zoo, which is going to be specific to this planet. And I think one of the added benefits of having an alien zoo is the fact that it gives you migration attraction. So hopefully I'll be able to get some migration treaties further on down the road, and because I have population controls enacted on my species, they won't be able to leave, but the species who I make the pact with, they will be able to move into my space. And I could be totally wrong on that. That seems a little gamey if you can actually do that. I don't know if Paradox would have thought of that. But I'll find out if I get into that sort of situation. I may not be able to offer a migration pact with my particular government. Wow, so that's going to take forever to research those particular things. Ah, man, I almost forgot. I usually try and go in here and, yeah, no, it's no such luck. I usually try and find a researcher who has the maniacal trait and or I forget what the other one is. So we can research a heritage site. I think I'm going to go for the monthly influence though. I really like that more. Oh, and I have yet again failed to pay attention to my science ship. Okay, so at this point, I'm basically going to be waiting on enough minerals to build a colony ship, which I'm going to need 345 for, because I can't really expand anymore. This is one thing I hate about the early game of Stellaris, is sometimes you get it really good and sometimes you get a really bad start, and this is a really bad start. I think I'm actually going to go for the administrative AI. And what do I want here? Probably going to be this Tabodli Go, because it's going to give me a anomaly discovery chance of plus 15%, which is great, because then I'll be able to possibly get more modifiers on my planets in the future once I start going through and taking care of these anomalies. And it looks like, okay, we got some scientists that leveled up there.
System survey complete.
And he's done with that survey. Let's go over here and survey this system. And, oh, I am messing up here. There we go. Let's go ahead and make a colony ship. Let's go to the surface of our planet here. I'm gonna go ahead and build a power plant before I forget about it. And before I run out of minerals, so we're actually going to, do I want it? That one or this one? They both have quite a bit of food on them. This one a little bit less actually.
System survey complete.
But I don't know if I can pass up on that size world.
Construction complete.
Colonizing it right off the bat. Ah, darn it. Okay, so I should have been building a wormhole station while that guy was sitting idle. But I wasn't, because I'm a moron. I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. We're going to go ahead and research that because it's only 10% failure risk. And we have our first colony ship. We go ahead and come over here and colonize this planet. These actually do give energy now instead of food and minerals. So I'm going to go ahead and place this here. That'll be a nice adjacency bonus for all of the buildings around it once I fully upgrade it. And we are losing energy now, but that's usually the way it goes with your first colony. And what we got here, gigantic skeleton. What was previously thought to be a sword of mountains in the southern hemisphere of Walmoro have been identified as the massive skeleton remains of a single colossus alien life form. Okay, so the bones are really old in 3.4 billion years.
Situation
Interesting.
updated.
So that was our first anomaly discovered with the new tradition that we picked up. Might not have found it had I not had that. Gave me an extra 15% chance to find that. And alright, we already get fantastic. That right there, that's really going to speed up our research. Even though I'm only going to get like 2 points of research, that stored research really cuts down on the months that it takes for you to research things. So that'll definitely help. I'm going to go ahead and move my construction ship over here, because until that colony ship actually sits down, I'm not... Oh, and there is a Gaia world. Okay, so this is actually pretty huge.
In progress.
Man, if I can colonize this thing, that would be
System survey complete.
crazy. I'm going to go ahead and actually bring my science ship over here and survey this thing. So this is definitely going to be the next world that I move out to. It's not very often you find a Gaia world. They're actually fairly incredibly rare. So if I can get to that world before any other empire does, I'm going to have a huge boon to my empire. And that'll actually bring me up, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll be pretty close to my system cap when I colonize all these planets. I'll have one extra. And I'll probably, if I don't find another good world, I'll probably save it for this world. I'll go in there and clean out those pirates and then terraform this thing and settle it. Of course, I might also do that with this system too, so we'll see what happens. Science officer gained military expertise. Okay, so that was it's an odd thing to gain, and when you're in a science ship. But what do I know? And we're actually going to go ahead and build a wormhole station here. Then I'm going to go ahead and move out to the other side of my wormhole range here. I should actually scout, come to think of it, with my ships. while I can. Can I get here? No. Certainly cannot. So this thing still hasn't been scanned yet. Or surveyed, I should say. And, okay, so that's actually the next planet that's going to be surveyed. I'm actually going to save up another...
Construction complete.
for another colony ship. Just so I can get this planet before anybody else. Because I really don't want this thing to disappear
System survey
or
complete.
get grabbed by somebody else. Let's see here. Where am I gonna plop down the... Looks like maybe there.
Research complete.
Let's get energy, minerals, possibly food. And let's see what we got here. We're gonna go for the engineering facility. And our science ship is sitting idle again. What's something... we'll survey this system. I don't think it really matters all that much. Okay, so he's already surveyed both of his planets. Nothing too particularly interesting there. I shouldn't say surveyed, that's a... But they've scouted those particular systems. Oh crap. Wow, these guys are... the same thing as me. We are a peaceful nation, ruled by their benevolent king. So I'm gonna wish them no harm. Okay, so we've encountered intelligent life. Technology is similar to ours. I am going to build a colony ship because they're right next to that Gaia world. Okay, so we just got our first faction. It's the Citizens Elite Union. They're pushing for extreme centralization of political and military power. Okay. Well, that's fine. Crap, man. I was not expecting that. No! Do I want to do this? Yeah, I guess I
Situation
will.
log updated.
Should I build a frontier outpost here? I feel like I have to. Why can I not build one? Oh, I'm lacking the minerals for it. Duh. Okay, well, that was a fairly stupid thing for me to have done. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna move my starship out to the other side of the galaxy. Actually, there's no need to, because I still don't have any... Ah, man, I wish I would have known this Gaia world was over here before now. That really sucks. Okay, so we'll move this guy back home. And actually, going to need to start producing corvettes since I just colonized my first world. The space pirates are going to start popping up. I totally forgot about that. That's going to be an interesting conundrum to run into, because this is going to finish colonizing and I'm going to get hit with that space pirate event, and I'm going to be totally unprepared for it, so I'm probably going to lose a lot of stations, which kind of sucks, to be honest. And let's see what we got here. We got food output, border range, orbital hydroponics. I'm actually going to go with the dust. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, that's much better. And, oh no. I think they just sent a science ship here. I think they're about to survey the system. Yep, they definitely are. Luckily, I'm gonna get there first. Suckers.
Incoming transmission.
Yeah, this is great. I do want a non-aggression pact with you, because you are Yeah, we're both the same thing. This is actually a first. Most of the time when I play, I've played probably 3 games all the way through in Utopia so far, and almost in every game, every single one of my neighbors is a gigantic D-bag. They're usually the complete opposite ethics of me. This is the first time I actually spawned next to one with the same ethics as me, and it's really weird. I didn't think it was possible. Okay, let's colonize this planet. Let's plop you down there. I'll call it good. I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to get a colony ship over here before me, which is great. I'm actually pretty excited about this. Because now I'm going to have 3 worlds. It's going to put me behind on, research. Due to the fact that I'm expanding so quickly, because the amount of planets you have does count against you in research, kind of. It adds to the amount of research it takes to actually fully research any given technology. So expanding quickly does have its drawbacks, but I'm okay with that. And your Unity costs also go up exponentially with every planet. And I don't know if it does it with population too, but your Unity costs definitely go up too. Large ruins of a large prison complex have been discovered. Serves some kind of maximum security penal colony. Okay, wow, so crimes of extraordinary nature. This is really my first time reading any of these. Usually I just click through them. This is actually pretty fun. So, let's take a look. Situation log here. Precursors, so a penal colony. That's pretty cool. Oh, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pause this here. We actually just started colonizing that Gaia world, which is great. I'm actually glad that I got a hold of that thing before they got to it. But this is I'm gonna cut the episode here. It's been about 30 minutes, so I'm gonna call it episode 1. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and also subscribe if you would like to see more. And I will say thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.